He, along with reporters from Wisconsin Public Radio, broke the story of a stunning allegations against Supreme Court Justice David Prosser.
Bill Lueders, formerly of Isthmus, now reports for the Wisconsin Center for Investigative Journalism. And Bill is with us tonight to tell us more about the story. Thanks for being here, Bill.
Thank you for having me.
So how did this come to your attention?
Well, Wisconsin Public Radio and the Center for Investigative Journalism became aware that there was an allegation that Justice Prosser had placed his hands on the neck of Justice Bradley in a dispute that took place in Justice Bradley's chambers. And so we worked sources until we felt that we had that part of the story solid. And when we had that part of the story solid and were able to flesh out with some additional information, the fact, for instance, that the incident had been called to the attention of the Capitol Police and to the Wisconsin Judicial Commission. With those small set of facts, we published the story early Saturday. Throughout the day, Justice Prosser, who had declined to provide any information or perspective when we talked to him, put out a statement denying it and saying that when all the facts were out, the charges would be proven false. And then I think in somewhat of a response to that, Justice Bradley went public with her allegation that he placed both hands around her neck in a chokehold, and that he did so in anger.
Is this a case of he said, she said, or are you confident with your sources?
Well, what our sources reported was that there was an allegation. And an allegation of this magnitude we felt was news. There obviously is this alternative version in which there was contact that happened in the course of Justice Prosser defending himself against Justice Bradley. She charged toward him with fist steps. I have not spoken to sources who convey that that scenario. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel did report that scenario, and others have also, gone with that as and I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure people have been talking about that as part of what happened. We don't really know what happened, and there's been a lot of speculation about particulars. There's an article that just broke today in the National Review that gets into a lot of detail about things. Some of the information in that story I know is incorrect. Some of the speculation in that story I know is incorrect. All that we reported is what we were sure of, and it was a small set of information.
Were your sources eyewitnesses to this incident?
Our sources were people who we considered to be reliable, given that there was a small pool of people who were witnesses, and our covenant to the sources that we would protect their identity. I can't say more. But at some point, the sourcing of this isn't all that important anymore, since the justice who, one of the principals in this case, Justice Bradley, has come forward publicly and given her account of things, which is that Justice Prosser came toward her in anger and put his hands around her neck in a chokehold.
What was your reaction when you first heard that?
At first, it seemed like it couldn't possibly be true. And I think a lot of us have had that reaction when we first hear this, that it couldn't possibly be true. And we would not have gone with the story if we did not feel that it was solid, at least on the level of allegation. Now, that doesn't mean to say that we're throwing anybody's hand in the air and saying, yes, your version is the right one. We're just saying that the allegation is there. And clearly there was a physical altercation that took place between Wisconsin Supreme Court justices, which is extraordinary.
It is extraordinary. Hopefully we'll get all of the facts sooner than later. Bill, thanks for being with us today. Keep up the good fight.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Bill. Thank you.